Hello students, good morning. Till now we were learning about your online e-commerce, that online good buying and selling of your goods and services we learn, and that process is known as your e-commerce or m-commerce. If you're doing online, it will be considered as a e-commerce. The same process, that means your buying or selling process can be done through your mobile phone also. That process is known as your m-commerce. Okay, this was about certain things we learned. Now today onwards we are going to start with your payment card. Okay, as you all know that after buying any products, we are having two options. Either we can pay through card, or we can give your cash on delivery. Okay, in short, it is said that COD. The full form of COD is your cash on delivery. Okay, so suppose if we are not giving any cash on delivery, because if you are buying a mobile phone around 25,000, but of course it is not possible to give 25,000 from your cash. Okay, we are not having that much fund amount in our house. So what we will be using, we will be used to prefer for your what, online payment. Okay, now this online payment, what happens, we are having the option of your card. Okay, either it can be debit card or credit card, any kinds of cards we can use it. Okay, but this is your today's topic, that is your payments card, that is your either for debit card, credit card, or any other kinds of cards which we are using for your payment process. Okay, among the first one is about your credit card. Now what do you mean by credit card? Actually we have seen many cards. Okay, but we are not aware that mainly we will be using the ATM cards. Okay, and those ATM cards are known as your debit cards. Okay, those are your debit card, where that means before getting this card, as you all know, the process of that card is that we need a bank account. Okay, after taking a bank account, we will be having an amount. Okay, certain amount we will be depositing it, and that from that amount we will be getting a card. Okay, after taking a bank account, we will be getting a card, and that card either it can be debit card or it can be credit card. For credit card we have to apply it. Okay, first of all we will be talking about your credit card. Now how these cards are issuing, actually this before getting this card, okay, we have to apply for it. Okay, after applying, what happens, the bank will be checking our bank statements. Bank statements means what happens, they will be checking each and every transactions of our banks. That means how liable or how many transactions we are doing in a month wise or week wise or day wise we are using. Suppose if our transaction is high, so what happens, if our statement is good, what happens, they will be giving certain amount. That means suppose if according to me, if bank is giving 50,000 per month as a credit card, that means 50,000 till 50,000 I can use my credit card facility. Okay, so what happens, even though if my bank account is not having certain amount, okay, so what but directly I can, if I'm going outside, or I can purchase some commodities. After purchasing it, if I'm using a credit card, what happens, even though that particular amount is not in my account, still I can buy that. If I'm according to me, my account is having 5,000, just imagine 5,000, and I bought a commodity, just imagine I bought a mobile phone of around 20,000. Okay, even though my bank is having 5,000, still I am buying a mobile phone around 20,000. What happens, automatically the bank will give the amount to me of amount of 20,000 to buy the mobile. After buying it, what happens, we have to pay back within that particular period of time which has been given to us by the bank. Okay, this process, or this is the use of your credit card. Okay, now the bank which issues card, this bank is known as your issuing bank, is known as by when this that means the particular bank which gives the credit card to us is known as your issuing bank. Okay, which is over here. Okay, that means the card is issued to the customer by the bank known as your issuing bank. That means in short it can be said that the one or the bank which gives us the credit or the card, that particular bank is known as your issuing bank. Now it depends on the financial condition. Financial conditions, as I told you, that they will be taking the statements. The after taking or after seeing the our bank statements, then only they will be providing us our credit card. That means if our bank statement is good means what happens, if our transactions are good, each and every month or each and every week we are doing a good amount of transactions, that much income as well as expense, if we are doing both things, they will be comparing it, then only they will be issuing a card. Okay, this is known as your credit card. Now this is your credit card. Okay, now before doing any transaction, that means for in any kind of transactions the four parties will be involved. Okay, that will be including four parties. The first one is your customer with credit card. That means if I am using the card, that means I will be a customer and I am that first party which is known as your customer with credit card. Okay, the second thing is your merchant accepting the credit card. Merchant accepting means if I am buying as I told you, mobile phone. Okay, that means I will be buying some shop. That shop member or the shopkeeper, the person who is giving me a phone, that particular person will be considered as a merchant accepting the credit card. That means they comes to know that this is a credit card and they will be accepting it. Okay, so first the total four parties will be including in each and every transaction. First thing, myself, that is your customer with credit card. Second is your merchant, those who are accepting the credit card. And third is your issuing bank. Bank means from bank where I can collect the payment. That means if I'm having a credit card from of ICICI Bank, so that ICICI Bank will be known as your issuing bank. As I told you before, what is issuing bank? The bank which gives the card to me. Okay, that issuing bank is that bank is known as your issuing bank. Now fourth one is your acquiring bank. Acquiring banks means what happens, from my bank it will be transferring to another bank, that means your merchant's bank. This is your acquiring bank. And this acquiring banks collects the information and gives to the merchants. This is known as your acquiring banks. Total four parties will be including in your transaction. First one is your me, that means we as a customer, we will be the first party with the credit card. Second, merchant who accepts the credit card. Third, issuing bank. And fourth, acquiring bank. Okay, so these are your four parties which is involved in each and every credit card transactions. Okay, now the online payment of card of on an internet is divided into two parts. The first one is your authorization and second one is your settlement. Authorization means what happens, giving the right to get the credit facility. Okay, and which will be done by the bank. Okay, among them the following steps are used or performed. The first one is your customer checkouts provides credit card information on the e-commerce website, on which along the transaction details like items detail per date of purchase others is transferred to the payment gateway. That means what happens, automatically whenever we are buying any commodity, okay, before purchasing it, what happens, the bank will be checking out whether those information on the credit card is a liable or a proper or not. Okay, then only they will be using it. After they comes to know that yes, this is a liable card, what happens, they will be checking the item details. Suppose, as I told you before, if my card is having the facility till 50,000, that means till 50,000 only I can purchase anything. Okay, I'm having credit facility of 50,000, that means within that 50,000 only I can buy anything. If I'm using more than 50,000, that means if 51,000, 52,000, 1 lakh purchasing I am doing, so that means that won't be provided by the bank. Okay, so what happens, the first process is that the customers checkouts will be done. That means the whatever items they are purchasing, that means customer is purchasing, date of purchase merchants, each and amount of that particular purchase, the whole thing will be recorded in that particular gateway. Now what do you mean by gateway? Gateway is the process or the medium where we will be getting the authorizations. Okay, we are using the card. This card is having a small chip. Okay, whenever we are inserting that particular card in the scanner, what happens, it directly connects with the bank, and this medium is known as your gateway. Okay, the payment gateway. Now second is the payment gateway passes the information to the processor which contacts the issuing bank. That means, as I told you, when we are buying something, what happens, the information is directly sent to the bank through the gateway. Now after getting that particular information to the bank, what they will do, they will do the verification of the information. That means whether this person is a liable or not, they are having such a facility or not, or he has used any other material to buy such things. This things will be checked by the payment process, while during the payment process, and this is which is done by the issuing bank. That means the processor will be contacting with the issuing banks. For me, my issuing bank is my ICICI bank. Okay, in the same way, each and every customer, as I told you, issuing bank means the bank which provides the credit card is known as your issuing bank. The third one is after verification, issuing bank sends the status of verification. That means after, if the bank allocates that yes, this person is a liable person for that particular purchase, so what happens, they will be sending the status of verification. That means if they have accepted, if my purchase is within 50,000, then that means the issuing bank will be allowing and saying that accepted. That means the transaction will be accepted, or it will be rejected if my payment is more than 50,000. Okay, 50,000 is just an example of my I'm saying. Okay, now next process is your finally the payment gateway sends the result to the transaction to the merchant's website. That means what happens, after verification has been done, accept or rejected verification has been done, what happens, this transaction details or the result of such transactions will be sent to the merchant's website. Merchant's website, who? That means the party who is issuing me a mobile or any other commodity. For me, I have done my mobile purchasing a mobile. So what happens, that particular shopkeeper, that a mobile person will be getting that particular result of that particular transaction. This are process while using or by doing any online payment. That means two process, it can be divided into two parts. First one is the authorization and second one is your settlement. For doing such two process, we need certain steps to be taken. First, what happens, as a customer, what I will be doing, I will be giving my credit card to the merchant. Now what merchant do, merchant will be using the card and checking it. After accepting that card by the merchant, what happens, the message will be directly sending to the issuing bank, and this bank, that means this issuing bank, will be doing the verification of that particular card, I mean particular date, the purchase of date, amount of date, and the details of the particular purchase. Whole thing will be transferred through the gateway process. Third one is after verifying it, the bank will be verifying or giving the result of that particular transaction. Result of particular transaction means whether they have accepted or whether they have rejected that particular gateway payment process. This will be given to the merchant. Now the final result will be, the fourth transaction is the final transaction. That means the result of that final transactions will be given to the merchant's website. In this way, each and every online payment process has been done. Okay, now during settlement of payment processing, now till now we were talking about your authorization process. This the whole process, that means the whole 4 points were about your authorization. Now we are going for settlement process. Okay, the settlement, what happens, the first thing is that merchant sends the transaction request with all the details over payment. That means as a merchant, what he will be doing, he will be giving the whole transaction details. That means what date of purchase, card, what kind of purchase I've done, and the particular how many quantity or how many quantity of commodity I've used to purchase. Such things will be given to the processor. Now processor sends the payment details to the issuing bank. That means the payment after the payment process, the processor will be sending the details of that particular to the issuing bank of the customer. If according to merchant, if merchant is having account in SB account, so what happens, they will be the SB account approves, and those details will be given to my account, that is my bank, issuing bank, which is known as your ICICI bank. Okay. Now third process is that acquiring bank credit to the amount to the merchant account. The issuing bank includes the all charges, sends the bill to the customer. That means what happens, now the third process is that after the payment transactions has been completed, after the whole transaction has been completed, what happens, the whole bill, that means the invoice will be sent to the given to the customer, either in the form of small message, or it can be sent in the invoice can be sent through the bill with the paper. Okay, these are your transactions which is done in your credit card. That means two kinds of transactions are mainly done. The first one is your authorization, and second one is your settlement. Now advantages of credit card. Advantages of credit card means gives flexibility to the customer. Gives flexibility means what happens, that means as a customer, for me it is not possible to carry lots of cash in my hand. It is very risk, either it can be lost, or it can be stolen. So what I will be preferring, I will be using a credit card which can be paid online and offline. This is the first advantage of the credit card. That means it provides a flexibility to the customers. Second, keeps record of the customer's purchase through the bank statement. That means what kind of purchase, but doesn't matter, each and every small transaction is recorded in the bank statement. That means bank statement means what happens, if any amount has been credited or amount has been debited, whether it's a small amount or a big amount, nothing matters, but the whole transaction will be maintained by the bank statement. Third one is your allows customer to purchase goods even they do not have cash available in the bank. As I told you before, given the example, that means suppose if I am having credit purchase of 50,000, that means till 50,000 I can buy it. Okay, whether now, but according to me in my bank I'm having just 5,000 or 2,000 or nothing else. Okay, if zero amount is also there, still you can buy that particular commodity by using the credit card. This is the third advantage. Okay, three advantages I will explain you. The first one is here, gives flexibility. Flexibility means what happens, we as a customer we do not need to carry a lots of cash in our hand. So what we can use the credit card, which is simple and secure. Now second is that keeps the record of customers purchase, and this record will be done in your and will be getting in a bank statement. Okay, the third one is your allows customer to purchase goods even if they are not having enough cash. As I told you, if I am not having enough cash for the payment, still I can purchase that particular commodity. This is the three advantages of your credit card. Now disadvantages of your disadvantage means the limitations of your credit card. They are unsuitable for small or very large payments. Small or large payments means what happens, but if we are buying something, suppose if I am going a shop, okay, if I want to purchase around 100 rupees, okay, or 50 rupees something, so it is not possible by using credit card we can use, no. That means it is very small amount, at least minimum when about 1,000 rupees only will be having getting the facility of your credit card. Okay, or it is not for your large payment. As I told you, if our bank is giving permission just for 50,000, that means only 50,000 only we can purchase, not more than 51,000 or 52,000, not more than, not a single penny I can use in extra within that particular limit. Okay, this is the limitation. The second is the customer tends to overspend credit card. Okay, overspend means what happens as a human nature. It's a human mentality that if something is getting in a free, we used to prefer it. Okay, we used to go for it. So in the same way, what happens if something, if we are seeing a mobile phone and we will be thinking that yeah, of course I can buy it because then after I can pay it, I will be buying a 20,000 mobile phone. Then after I will be buying same any other thing by using the credit card. Again, that means each and every time we won't be we will be using in a misleading way. Misleading way means, suppose just imagine in our pocket if we are having 10 rupees. Okay, in our pocket we are having just 10 rupees. So if we are not having credit card, we are having just 10 rupees in our pocket. So what we will be doing, we will be maximum reducing the purchase. That means within the 10 rupees, I know that I am having just 10 rupees, I don't need to or I won't be getting more than 10 rupees anything. So what I will be doing, I will be selecting and the most important uh, thing only I will be buying it. Okay, so this is the thing which is available now, cash. Okay, but when it comes to credit card, what happens, we are not having anything of any limitation. So what happens, we overspend it. This is the second limitation. That means we, as a human nature, it's a human nature that we used to spend in a card, but as a amount, as a cash, if we are having certain things, we will be spending in a less. Okay, the third limitation is about your problems sometimes when our card is stolen. The card is stolen or lost. That means what happens when our card is stolen, so it is very difficult to block it. That means after we have to go to bank, we have to give a request for your card blockage, and that also it is not in a simple way. That means they will be asking our ID proofs, identity, whether that particular person, the card owner, is we or not. They have to verify it, then only they will be blocking the card. Okay, after certain process, then only the next day the card process, the rejecting the card will be done. That means these are your problems which is arising in your credit cards. Understood? Okay, we learned today's topic, we learn is about your credit card. I hope you all understood. Thank you, students.